Today I'm going to talk about the idea of change. It's one of our core values, and the core values called embracing and driving change. Now, I fundamentally believe that there are two types of people in the world. There are those people who change the world, and then there are those people who get changed, and usually always trying to grab on and survive. And unfortunately, just like universe, just like human beings, just like old gives way to the new and everybody dies and new replaces the old, I fundamentally believe that change is unstoppable. So I fundamentally believe the only choice you have is to embrace it and enjoy it and live it. Now, the second idea that I want to talk about is, now that we've established that you can't fight change, the second idea I'm going to talk about is that change doesn't happen tomorrow. Change doesn't happen day after tomorrow. It happens now. And for the longest time, I didn't understand what Gandhi meant when he said, be the change that you want to see in the world. What he really meant is, be that change this instant. A fundamental belief of mine is, if anything is worth doing, it's worth doing it now, this very instant. If you can't do it now, then it's not worth doing. Because I know so many people, they talk about change and they talk about change and they talk about change, and 20 years later they're still talking about change, and their life is still the same, sucky, useless, painful. On the other hand, if you're like Gandhi and if you believe in being the change you want to see in the world, think of a switch. It's as simple as flipping that switch. For some reason, we have a hard time flipping that switch, but when you flip that switch once, then you can keep flipping it every single day and it becomes easier and easier and easier. So keep that in mind. Change is as simple as flipping a switch. Be that change. Be that change this instant. And if you're one of the people who work for us, remember that one of the core values is embracing and driving change. And if you're looking for people who you want to bring into our company, see if that person is somebody who would thrive in an environment that's changing, or if they would kind of get lost. If you think they would get lost, they're not right for us. So if you're in an interview, you can ask questions about situations where they had to deal with change, and the way they talk about it, the way they are they talking negatively about it, are they talking like, oh my god, somehow I got through it, or are they getting excited, are they getting inspired? Those will tell you a lot about a person. And like anything else, the more you do these interviews and the more you think about it, the better you'll get at this.